Jobber Nation. Yo, why I feel like I haven't heard that song in so long. Right. Like I was sitting here like, damn, like what is this? Shout outs to Monteezy. Your boy gonna be here next week. Grand Slam. I think he's singing Sammy out, but he just didn't want to tell me.
Oh, y'all friends now?
Oh, acquaintances. I would say. I wouldn't say like.
Yeah, keep that same.
I'm not giving a kidney or nothing. You know, you got to keep things professional.
No. That is true.
Good morning. Yo, I'm so upset. I got off the train because I'm like, yo, I'm starving. And I'm like, yo, I really could go for some nuggets and fries.
From where?
From McDonald's. So I go across the street, and then I'm like, fuck, it's still breakfast.
What up, people?
Balone. So now I will eat after we record. But hey, guys, come into the lounge of the Jobbertears world. Before we do get started and Sir Wilkins pops back in.
People, you know.
I of course will. I do want to personally thank every single person that gave me birthday wishes, whether you called, you text, you voice noted me, you posted,
or
showed up for my meetup in New York. I greatly appreciate all the birthday love and the support of the Jobbertears podcast. On top of that, that one thing everyone kept saying Sunday night when we were at Dave & Buster's, they were like, yo, so many people came out. Like we had the whole right side of the bar.
Shout out to Gene, the 55-year-old Haitian. That looks like he's 10.
Looks like he's 15. But no, I do once again want to thank everyone that
Checkmate West.
Checkmate West.
That's a throwback right there. Dang, you've been one since Instagram.
Yeah.
Dang.
But once again, thank you to everyone that showed up and showed out for my birthday last week. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for holding the fort down. Even when I peeped on, because Michael had pulled it up, and I said, why is Wilkins naked? I leave New York for 2.5 seconds, and this nigga's online half naked. And niggas is talking about Ricky Starks not being a superstar yet. And I was like, what's going on? But I appreciate you guys holding the fort down last week as well. As we get ready, what else has been going on? Oh, we were talking about the VMAs that just passed this past Tuesday here in New Jersey, where I think Nicki Minaj had hosts. So that was interesting. Because Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion was also in the building. Oh, thank you. What else? We were talking about Diddy. I think got the Global Icon Award. Yeah. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate it. So yeah, they honored Diddy. And he performed himself, but I popped. Are you now lotioned? I'm sitting here what is?
Of course.
I'm running a spa right here. What's going on here?
That's that good lotion.
Utterly. Yo, you know what I realized that dancery is a real word.
Really?
I thought she made that shit up. Me and Michael was talking about that last night, and he was like, "Is that a real word?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then I Googled it, and it definitely is in Webster. So shout out to Mary J. Blige for that. But no, Diddy was honored. His kids were on stage. So it was a really cute thing. NSYNC reunited.
His name is Worship. All right, what's up, Worship? I don't know.
But I'm just mad, it was to you. Like, it's not two other people sitting here,
that's
talking.
Oh, hold on. JJ Hamilton. You just said with Roman gone, can we talk about how he's holding the title captive? How about we talk about the fact that the ratings are down when Roman's not around?
Oh, Lord.
Put the ones up for the tribal chief.
I'm not doing that. But we will talk about this week in wrestling. But other than that, how was y'all's weeks? What's new with you guys? How's everyone doing?
I'm doing all right.
Mentally, spiritually.
We went to we did your birthday. It was cool. It was interesting because we sat at the table and just talked the entire time.
Yes.
So which is great. That was the point.
So that was an interesting.
One or two other people.
I had joked. I said I got the reunited New York Wrecking Crew without really planning that.
Right.
So
yeah. Shout out to Keith. Keith was in the building. Mm-hmm. We were talking about
conspiracies.
It was Kyle, Keith,
Sando.
That was a very
Siendo.
interesting table.
Smooth Blackman.
Yeah, Blackman.
It was an interesting time. That was good. I'm thinking about moving.
Okay.
So if anybody sees any 2 bedrooms for a good price, hit me
2
up.
for maybe a little under 2,600, which is kind of hard, but
He definitely did.
JPS World said might not be the huge Jobbertears favorite right now, but huge
I'm so
ups to
confused.
Ruthless Lala over the weekend.
Yes.
Wow.
Yo, shout out to Peter for having me.
shout outs to We Are Wrestling.
We Are Wrestling. I
And then
definitely
second
refed
year
the main
anniversary.
event of the Lala versus Mercedes Martinez.
It was funny because she didn't know.
Yeah.
So when I had spoke to him about that, I said, I think they should main event, but I'm not the booker. And he was like, what? He said they actually are. She
George
just doesn't
South
know
came.
that. I know.
I met him.
Who?
I love
George
him.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah.
What
He
was there
faced
for?
Darius.
Darius.
Carter?
Mm-hmm.
Did they do like a death match or it was like
No,
a
it was
regular match?
It was it was like-
Did Darius
like-
win?
Yeah, he won. Like it was overall, it was a very good night. It was a great showing out. Of course, seeing my guys. My son Jay, who I took a picture with. My son Henny Wrestling. My son Coffee Weed Stun. Shout out to a couple of what's that dude's name? I forgot the dude's name. Dang, like he's from TikTok. Glasses.
okay.
Dang, that's imaginary. Dang.
Okay, because I'm saying here
But
like,
shout out
what?
to you, Dang, my bad king. His name slipped my mind. I know him. I met him. It was a good turnout. Very
Okay,
good turnout.
good.
You know, shout out to my guys from the Fallout. You know, we will not fall. Shout out to my Glory, everybody, Shanti. It was a great ass turnout.
No,
B.
I'm really glad and I'm
All my
proud of
Spanish
Peter.
niggas were there. Big cousins were there.
Yeah, because this is in the Bronx. So
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Oh, my son Stan Michaels. Yeah, my son Stan
Stan
was
the
there.
man.
Vibe was there. You know, Jobbertears big hitter Anthony Gamble was there. Matt, that was a good match. Hell yeah. My boy Jay
good.
Bougie.
Okay,
He
well,
won the match too.
oh, good for him. I saw a picture of him and Alex Kane, and I think Mr. Thomas is his name. So that was pretty dope to see. HOG is this weekend, correct? This Friday.
Yeah.
So if you're in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area, and you want to come out and see some indie wrestling, House of Glory's show is this Friday. What else has been going on? So what else is going on with you, Mr. Black?
Oh, you know, I live a regular life.
Regular life.
What?
You live a regular life.
Listen, I think my life is so basic until like
What makes you think it's so basic?
because like I guess living in New York is just typical. Like you're gonna have 50 jobs, especially as a Haitian. You understand? So one day someone asked me one day. I told this one other day, right? They was like, "Yo, so where you about to go?" I was like, "Yo, I have to go to the Apollo yesterday or whatever, right?" And it was like, all right, cool. It was like, wait a minute, what else you do? I'll tell them like I podcast, I'm a referee and stuff. People like, you do all this job. When do you sleep? I was like, I mean, I sleep. You understand?
Yeah, listen. It's one thing about baby. It's one thing about this one. He's gonna get his naps in, and then this one over here, we in a car. He gone in 2.5 seconds.
And on top of that is like, you know,
Or on a plane.
I always, you know, thank
I don't know
God.
why people can't sleep on a plane.
I can't. Mm-mm.
That's just the easiest thing in the world.
It is not.
No, I can't sleep on a plane.
It's easy.
I can only sleep in the aisle.
Is that Mariah talking?
Right, because I'm sitting here like, now that would make so much more sense. I'm like, girl, don't get him in trouble.
Stephanie Hardy. Happy birthday, Stephanie.
Happy belated. Shout
Hardy.
out to all the
Happy
Virgos.
belated Stephanie.
It was a
Hardy.
lot of birthdays that within the last like 2 weeks.
Did you guys watch the OVW thing?
No, not yet. It's on the watch thing on Netflix. Netflix just dropped Wrestlers, which is the behind the scenes of OVW. Al Snow's overtaking of OVW. But I saw the trailer, and that's why I was like, wait. So
Play serial killer behavior.
that's a fact. Like, wake up brand new.
I don't understand why nobody can't sleep on a plane.
Cannot do it.
Because the thing is, if you're gonna die, you're gonna die.
No, okay. All right now. But still.
Like I don't understand why people are afraid to die on a plane.
And
That
it's actually
ain't
more
it.
safer in the air too.
No, it is more safer. So let me tell y'all about your boy.
We're listening.
So when we went to Atlanta, first of all, anyone that lives in
Happy birthday,
Atlanta,
Robert Brown.
that travels to Atlanta, bro, that 2 hour before your flight is real. Like, you will miss your shit if you are not at that airport.
Because the airport's too big.
Because it's just ridiculous. And even we were first flight out, and it took us like maybe 30, 35 minutes to get through TSA, when normally I can get through TSA in like 10 minutes. So it was very like, nah, had we not got there when we did, it wouldn't have worked out. So
on time.
So the day before when we checked into our flight, Michael's flight, he didn't have a seat yet. He was on a standby list. So I said, oh, fuck. Like, yo, I can't leave this nigga in Atlanta and he's on a standby list. So we get to the airport still. He goes to the bathroom. He comes back. He said, yo, I got a seat. So I said, oh, okay, finally, thank God. Because I was like,
bro. On the app?
Yeah. Like, he went and checked and he saw his seat number. So he looked and he saw, and I looked at it and I said, you bitch. I said, yo, you would be the nigga that be on standby and get a Comfort Plus seat when them seats go for like $100.
Which flight were y'all flying?
We were on a Delta flight, yeah. So I was like, you
Comfort
lucky
Plus,
hoe.
It doesn't matter, like.
But nah, I mean, I'm cool for a flight. I just don't like it. It's a control issue thing for me. Like, I can't get up and leave when I want to.
But
so
for me is reason why I can sleep on a plane, because I have to get the aisle. Because if I sit inside,
I'm a window seeker.
No, like I like being in tight places.
No, that makes sense for you. No, I get that.
I'm very paranoid and stuff like that. So once I'm in, like, the times I try to sit in on buses, whatever, and I'm like this.
Yeah.
I literally start scratching and stuff like that. Yo,
this nigga's out of control.
Yeah, this is why I avoid
everything.
I go to movies, I sit in the aisle.
Nah, but yeah, any flight I've been on with this one, when I'm looking for somebody to talk to, he gone.
Thank you, Facebook user.
Thank you. Those that are on the live feed, make sure if you haven't given access, to put your name next to your comments, just so we know who you are, so we can shout you out. Which is better for y'all, a train or a plane? I probably still would go with plane. I actually took the train to Rochester, upstate, and that was like maybe a 6-7 hour train ride. But it just was the fact that, like, how the train moves, if it hit curves, like, it was way more of an uncertainty, I felt like, on the train than on a plane. Actually,
I hate the train because
the train is dope though. Like, if you could do it like scenic way or like that type of, I would do it.
The only reason I like the train is, like you said, like if I don't have to transfer.
Yes.
We
lit.
Yes.
Yes.
We lit. It's just that the train is like, oh, did I miss my stop? Yeah. Oh, did I miss my stop? You have to get.
You know what? I never thought of it like that.
That's my stop.
Because when we took Amtrak from DC, it made like 2 or 3 stops.
But it's different because
it was the same thing.
No, it's the same.
We had to transfer, and I couldn't sleep because I was like, oh shit, one of us got to stay.
Because like, had the train stopped, and like low key, it was going past New York. So had we not woke, like if niggas was still asleep, you would have been in fucking Boston and not know where the fuck you was at.
Exactly. So I didn't want to.
So yeah, actually, no, that's a good point. I never thought of it like that.
The plane is like, okay, even if you have to change flights,
you got to get off.
You have
completely.
to get off. Everybody got to get off.
But the reason why I could do the train, because I've been taking MTA almost all my life. So I'm low-key trained because let's say how that...
No, you were not trained because when we were on that DC train, you were knocked out.
Gone.
And then you were gone. I had to wake you up to get up. Yo, we here? We here?
Gone.
No. Because usually I was tired. I based that, but I'm talking about
it was late. We were tired.
Usually, if I know, okay, from here to Delaware is like 2.5 hours, right? I don't need a lot of sleep, especially like if I came from work or something like that.
Thanks, Christian. Like sending you some stuff, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Christian Bailey. It's so appreciative.
Like, you understand? Like, I'll spend like the first half sleeping, and then I'm looking like, all right, man, I'm up, so I might as well do something.
Yeah, but if you're tired, you are fucked.
You're fucked.
100%.
On the train, you're fucked.
I did like a weekend trip once, and I had to leave from like Pennsylvania
on the train
to like back to the city. Bruh, I'm happy I had a good night's sleep because I was scared as hell. If I missed it, I'm gonna end up in Boston. Cause you gotta be careful. Because that's why like I wouldn't be able to be like a full-time wrestler because all that driving you have to do, I get tired quickly in the car.
Yeah, like any car rides that he's been in and like Danny's driven, like
that's why
this
Danny
nigga
drives.
is gone. That nigga is asleep, and we be like, what the hell?
Any girl I ever dated and they have a car that we drive, I'll be locked on.
But this nigga mouth open,
yes,
snoring.
I work hard, so I'm gonna get some sleep.
Is this
live? We live. Good morning, good afternoon.
So I remember one time, speaking of my bad sleeping thing. So this is years ago. It's not now.
Okay.
So when everybody's hearing this, you know
The
who
disclaimer.
you are. I was at this chick's house, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
So it was a Tinder date.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Tinder date. One night stay type of feel.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways. So I didn't sleep.
Oh, I get why you give the disclaimer now. I get it now.
I didn't sleep the night before, but she wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
And when a girl likes you, they want to be around you.
Yeah.
I was like, bitch,
Yeah, surprise.
this is supposed to be a meetup. We meet, and the next time we hang out, she's like, oh, let's go grab a drink. You said this is blah, 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 blah. And I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I was like, all right, this is 12 a.m. I'm not going empty. I'm not going home empty. The only thing that's going empty is my balls.
Oh, God.
So then I get to her crib, and things happen. I knock out.
Yes.
Nigga done overworked himself.
And then I had to be at work at 5 a.m., so I had to wake up at 3. I woke up, she's like, I didn't get no sleep because your ass was snoring. I was like, my bad, Ma.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
bro.
that's it. You all right?
I was like, my bad, Ma.
Like,
Listen,
mouth open, or that flies
There've
to
been
come
times
in and
that
out.
I hit up girls when I was single. I was like, what are you doing? Right. Go to their house and sleep.
What?
Cuddle underneath them. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Yes.
Nigga, what?
Yes, get some naps in.
I can't deal with you. Speaking, so we were talking about flights and things like that. WWE had announced finally that the city of St. Petersburg will be the host of the Royal Rumble 2024. So that is really exciting. They said in a few weeks, more information will be available for tickets and things like that. But it's exciting. It'll hopefully be not cold in Florida when we go.
Tampa's not gonna be that cold.
No, it shouldn't be, but it's on the water too, so that's the kind of like give and take.
Like a
Yeah,
fall feel.
but the Royal Rumble, Saints, Tampa Bay. So that's the thing. People that think, listen, you're gonna fly in at Tampa, you still got about a good 30 minutes to St. Petersburg.
Oh, wow.
So
That's dope.
That's where it's at.
yeah, it's at the Tampa Bay Rays Stadium. It's at the baseball stadium.
So
So that Tropicana Field, yeah.
Oh.
So it's which I low key when I looked at Airbnbs, I think it's in the hood. I ain't gonna hold you on that.
Tampa Bay is the hood.
It's in the hood. Like about a few blocks from that stadium was MLK Jr. And I was like Boulevard, and I said, oh,
yes, anything that's named after
anything with MLK,
a black
baby,
a black activist is the hood.
it's gonna be that.
yes.
And then when it gets nice, they try to change the name.
Correct. Yo, you know what's so funny? On the Airbnb spot I was looking at, they had said, the host has said the area is like you. Up and coming. So like just
Bro,
and I was
that's AKA for the hood. Listen. I'm actually that would be my if I go to Survivor Series, that would be the last one of the big 4 that I've been to.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna go to that one. Now,
the hood.
it's definitely the. I don't think people understand. Real talk. 70% of the United States is the hood.
Yes.
Absolutely. So far I was in Inglewood.
You see, the first time in New York, I stayed on Marcus Garvey Avenue.
That is the hood.
That's the
Stephanie.
hood.
Oh yeah, she was when she came, her Airbnb spot was dead ass around the corner from the projects. Like we walked past the projects
2 nights
when she
ago,
was here.
So 2 nights, and it's weird because anybody that's listening to right now, New York is very small.
Yes.
Even with the 5 boroughs, especially Manhattan.
New York City
City is very small. You're right. New York City. Let me reiterate that. New York City is very small. So I had my homegirl was in town with my homeboy. So they're like, yo, hey, let's link. Cause they one's a makeup artist and the other one does like behind the scenes stuff for like Adele and like different bands.
Okay.
So it's like, yo, let's link. They all know the cool spot.
Mm-hmm.
So I pull up and I take the train to Dumbo, like the Dumbo area, the F train to Dumbo, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And as I'm walking, I walk through a nice area. The next thing you know, I'm walking through the projects.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And
down
then-
on that. Oh yeah, Elijah live on that side.
And then I'll continue walking, and I was like, I don't know where the hell I am right now. But there was this nice ass restaurant, like literally a block away from the projects. I was like, yo, New York there's no like, at this point, because space is so limited and rent is so high, there's no like, oh, this side and this side. Everything just together
everything
at
is
this point.
just all meshed together. Somebody said I grew up in the Bronx and we used to have a backyard wrestling up the hill from Yankees. It's funny, I went to high school up the hill from Yankee Stadium. So that's interesting. The projects, if you keep going down 161, you're gonna hit them projects on that right side too.
So big news.
What?
Jade's contract is up.
All right, so let's talk about it. Someone did ask that question at the beginning, and I was gonna bank
Right
it
there.
for later.
I did.
But so apparently, Jade Cargill will no longer be a part of AEW. That is what people are saying behind the scenes.
You surprised?
Around. Yes and no. I mean, I feel like because she's the one of a kind there, that they should have utilized that, and they should have really did something, I think, a little bit more than just a streak. But also, that's why I'm like, it's interesting because even in the beginnings, and people were asking like the comparisons of like AEW and WWE, because she has done a tryout before. Mm-hmm. They did reach out to her before, but her thing was like the scheduling. So I find it interesting now.
I'm not doing it.
I find it interesting now that the first thing people are saying, she can leave AEW is that, oh, she's WWE bound. And I'm just like, sis was very strong on that scheduling part. So I'm very like, I don't know.
But then again, there's a difference now. She was a nobody. Now. Well,
like, according to her, she was somebody before she was on AEW.
Listen.
That's what she said.
Listen.
I'm just telling you what she said.
Only people who heard about her was perverts. You understand? Perverts. Now, AEW, she go to AEW, she's raised her stock. You feel me? Similar to Jimmy Butler did. Like he was on like he came from the practice to do what he have to do. So now you get to pick and choose what he wants. You up your value. So now it'll be on some, Jay, we want you. All right, these are my demands. You gonna meet me or not? This is a different WWE. This is not a Vince own.
This is a TKO group.
Exactly.
So
I gotta go get me a share. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Let's push. let her brother push back at this.
Okay.
She is not going to WWE, and I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, there's a couple reasons why. Also, quick side note: Vince McMahon supposedly hired Nia Jax back.
I believe that.
Fire.
We're gonna talk about Nia.
We're gonna talk about Nia.
Woo,
Yeah.
baby.
Fire.
That was totally left field.
So this is my thing. I don't think she's going to WWE.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because she's not an attraction yet. You are correct. She has brought up her stock since she's been in AEW. But she's not an attraction. So she's not going to get a Roman type of contract. She's not going to get a Brock type of contract where I'm going to work these certain dates. Cody?
I'm
gonna give you an example. Cody, for the most part, he'll post what dates he'll be, what cities he'll be in, and it'd be a lot of cities.
It'd be about 20, 25 of them bitches.
And these are all WWE live events. Jade unless she's changed her mind, which I don't think she has.
I don't either.
She was more like, yo, I don't want to work these dates. I still want to be a mom.
Correct.
If she goes to WWE, she still has to conform to certain WWE things.
Okay, I can see that.
And
the only thing scheduling, like if it was the opportunity, which in all honesty, I think would better her overall, is her going to NXT.
no, I would I think Monty said the best. Impact.
Yeah.
Impact would be the best place for her to go.
They may not have that money.
Yeah.
But at the end,
They may be at that cap.
I have to agree with my brother to add on to it is WWE, she'll get devoured. Yes, you have the look, you have like the whole whatever, but these girls gonna look at you on some like, I don't care how much charisma you have, you're not gonna injure me.
I don't care if you look like
I don't care about
Storm,
nothing.
bitch.
I don't give a damn because you have to learn how to wrestle. You're not gonna make me look bad on television.
So I that's a good point. And I also want to point this out.
Because it's a different culture. That women's locker room, and every promotion is like that. Their women's locker room is a very different culture. It's a very different feel. So like the feel on the AEW side would, if she came to WWE, would be almost like it'll be a complete culture shock for her because she would be like, what like
What
people,
you mean I can't do that? What you mean I can't do that?
So
Like,
I'll give you an example. Since sports is heavy right now, basketball is about to start, and we also got football. Football's just started.
Janelle won both weeks, both week ones and both fantasies that she's in. I just want to put that out there. Thank you. I appreciate you. I beat Ronaldo week 1. Shout outs to him for not having a strong team. This week Randy is on and popping. You pop mad shit in your other chat, nigga. You didn't think I find out?
Good point.
But I'm just saying.
So with what's going on, Jade right now, AEW is a respected franchise, but not in a big city, quote unquote.
Okay.
So it would be like she's playing. Hold on. It would be like she's playing for San Antonio. We respect what they have over there. They're winning, but it's not like playing for LA
or New York.
New York.
Yeah, a major market.
So her coming to WWE is more eyes on her, and it's bigger pressure on her than what she has to do. So her, in many ways, I do like Jay, but we all got to be honest about what's going on. Her wrestling skills ain't up to the par of majority of that roster in WWE. Hold on 1 second. I did see a difference in the way she approached the match and the way she approached when she came back. She was fighting like her size instead of trying to be like a technical wrestler, which she is not. So that was the biggest difference. And she would have to, the way Jade has to wrestle is how Nia Jax wrestle. You are not a small woman.
So speaking of that, somebody's gonna push back. Someone's gonna think about like this. Oh, if they can hire back Nia Jax, I don't see the issue why they cannot hire Jade.
The reason why they can't hire Jade is because Jade doesn't want to do that schedule.
Yeah.
And 1 second is Nia understands the system already. Nia's been with the company already. Nia can maneuver certain type of ways.
And also the comeback sometimes is bigger than when you left. Like her, and we'll get into the return when we talk about Raw this week, but just the manner that it was done, the production level was A1. Oh, speaking of production, so I realized, I've been in this really heavy spill on live PD on YouTube. Me and Mikey watch clips all the time. And I literally was like, yo, if AEW just took some of these cameramen from Live PD, that production would be out of this world. Because they would be on point with certain cues. They would be on point with certain cuts. Because it's just sometimes, it's a little...
But it all starts with the head. Whoever's the guy behind
the
cameras,
truck,
in the truck, he's not doing the proper camera cuts.
Okay.
And I'll even go down to yo, at some point, you've been in business for 4 or 5 years. I get it. If it was back in the day, Attitude Era, certain things was industry standard. Now we live in a world where people want certain camera cuts. People want certain standards because everything else is killing it.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm watching heels that have crazy camera cuts. AEW, why don't you have this?
Stephanie Hardy said Jade, when she spoke to, shout out to Women's Wrestling Talk, that she was happy. Hold on, that she was happy with where she is. But I think with that, I think things change, and I think just as fast as CM Punk shit and how that shit went down is probably what's going on with her too.
No, I don't think that.
And I think for me, the writing on the wall for me was her not being a part of Wembley. That for me, I said, okay.
Let me ask you guys a question.
They don't really fuck with her the way that they need to fuck with her.
Let me ask you guys a question. Real talk question, right? Is Jade hot or is she black people hot?
I mean, I would say hot. I don't know. Define hot.
Because would a white person recognize her? You understand? You know how that.
Okay, I mean, their demographic is that. So right. I think so like, they pop for her.
Yeah, because like a lot of times that we are on Black Instagram, Black wrestling TikTok,
like we will always want to, regardless whether she right or wrong, we gonna always want the best for Jade.
Exactly.
So because of the demographic AEW has, I do think it's a little bit of both. Like she'll get support on both sides. I think because that demographic is that.
I'll give you an example, right? Y'all two always mention Bianca Belair. And you mentioned this moment. I forgot which pay-per-view that you have. No, premium live event that you had went. No, I can't even call it. Yeah, premium live event that you went to. I forgot which one. And you said to see.
Oh, it was Dallas and Mania.
Mania. You to see that little white girl imitating Bianca Belair, right? Mm-hmm. Has Jade had that crossover success?
Well, no, because they haven't positioned her or marketed her in that demographic. You got to remember the field you're looking at. The field on the AEW side is going to be some 30 to 50, 60-year-old white men in middle America that fucks with wrestling and likes independent shit on just a higher level. On the WWE side, you're going to get, even though everyone shits on the PG era type of situation, there's money in that because parents will buy for their kids. So because of the demographic WWE has is more family based, that's why you get the little white girls and the little white boys and they imitate their favorite people, or when Street Profits come up and people, or when Titus O'Neil and his partner was swag surfing and niggas was swag surfing in the crowd. Those were the demographics they were going for, and they hit that on the marker. So that's gonna be the difference.
Well, it's because AEW doesn't know how to make superstars.
That too.
That's the thing. Too. So WWE is like the NFL. We always talk about that.
Yes.
The NFL and a little bit of the NBA. Why it's like the NFL? The WWE, the company, is bigger than the wrestlers. And then, just like the NFL, the Shield comes first, the players come second.
Okay.
NBA is about the individual players. They have the power within.
That's what you said, a mixture of both.
Within the league. WWE kind of shows that, but what WWE is, it positions who they want, obviously, to be superstars. To put them in positions to win, to put them in positions to get their faces out there.
Whether it's a win or a loss.
It's a win or a loss. And also, what AEW does, they care more about the wrestling side of things. So you don't have, now they're kind of doing it more. You saw MJF and Adam Cole on the Wing Show on Complex. You saw them on that. I think they did something with Sneaker Shop. But you don't see that much. WWE's main job outside of the wrestling is to make sure their superstars are everywhere. Crossover appeal.
For instance, when we was talking about the VMAs earlier, Bianca Belair and Montez was at the VMAs.
Exactly. Because
on the red carpet.
AEW doesn't do that because they don't care about that.
Correct.
They care about the sports of wrestling, not the sports entertainment side.
And that's kind of always the struggle with a character like Jade was, because there was always crossover appeal. Even when she came to Wale Mania and they cheered for her, they held her down.
But right. He has a point, because Let's understand, everybody has a culture.
Yes.
Especially black people.
Yes.
There are certain figures in our culture that only we know. There's some actors that we're like, yo, I fucks with that actor, but you ask a white person about it, or an Asian person, or even some Hispanic people who they are, they don't know. We as people, especially wrestling fans, when we see somebody that looks like us, that has potential to be great,
we're gravitating
towards them, and we're making sure we have their back 90% of the time.
Listen, y'all already know low key how I feel about your boy Swerve.
But the thing about it, when you see Jade, you go, hey, we're gonna have her back. And I get what you're saying. I don't think she's 100% crossover hot just yet.
Because they haven't been able to. They haven't been able to give her the tools to be successful.
Exactly. Because have you seen Jade at a VMAs? Have you seen Jade do other things outside of?
And you know what? It is not like they haven't done it, because I know someone's gonna pull up receipts and all that because she was at a basketball game or two. The issue is it being consistent. The issue is that it shouldn't just be here and there or sprinkles of it. It should be on a consistent basis, because even the same day when the VMAs, when the stock exchange opened and they WWE finally merged and it became a part of TKO and all that stuff, who was there front and center? Montez and Bianca Belair.
But I'm gonna shoot Tony Khan some bail, and this is what I'm gonna say. Bianca's schedule is crazy. Mm-hmm. When we interviewed her with Comics, I always bring this up. We met her at her hotel to go do to throw the first pitch out at MetLife for the Mets game. We met up with her maybe give or take 1 p.m. She already did 6 interviews before we saw her. Mm-hmm. And now you did 6 interviews, right? Mm-hmm. Now you got to spend probably another 6 hours to 7 hours at MetLife stadiums, taking questions, signing autographs, doing all that. So we asked this question: does Jay want to do all of that? Because she mentioned the schedule,
right?
So I can't 100% push TK, because I still don't think AEW knows how to push superstars, because other people there don't do that. But that's a WWE schedule is wild, crazy.
Yeah.
Like when because we'll give you an example. Eddie Guerrero. Rest in peace, Eddie Guerrero.
When he became champion?
When he became champion, he spoke about...
My man wrestled like every other day.
He said, this is so hard. I have to be everywhere. And now we know the schedule a little bit lighter now in the modern day era. But when you're one of the faces of the company for WWE,
right,
your schedule is crazy.
From morning to night. And that's what I mean. And that's why I feel bad for her, because I feel like she's been itching for that crossover appeal and being in that type of market, and that's just not what they do for they people.
Nah, they
at all.
They don't know how to yet. They don't have the team in place yet, because
and the crazy part is that you would think niggas that took 8,000 years to create a video game would be at like all these cons or doing things like that.
You know the
and
difference?
It's crazy to me.
You know the difference? What I have to understand between the top guys over in WWE and AEW? The top guys in WWE understand that, I cannot be wrestling hot. I have a crossover over there. For example, you'll see the Miz doing something out the ordinary. He would do like a family feud with his family. You feel me? You're gonna see Montez Ford at a complex looking at sneakers. You understand? Mm-hmm. Bianca Belair doing a Breakfast Club interview, right? You're gonna see, what do you see? The AEW guys doing stuff that's relevant within the wrestling culture. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go to a con and stuff like that. I'm going to this video game. I'm going to anime. That's it.
The only time I kind of saw some stuff, and honestly maybe once in a while was sprinkled, when Cody was there. He did a lot of other shows on TBS, TNT.
Thank you.
On Turner, like he was the host.
Everybody shitting on that reality show they had, but I promise you, we watched that shit. Every week.
It was good.
But I'm talking about he was the host on like
he was
game show.
I remember
on the game show.
Oh, the Go Big Home show. We watched that shit. Yeah, because it came on after Dynamite.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. They did stuff because the way you want your company to grow. But it's your EVPs aren't that kind of guy, because where's Kenny? What's Kenny doing? What's the Bucks doing? Because at the end of the day, and I've heard this rumor spread around, I'm not saying everybody, a lot of people in that locker room, you've said it to me, because there's people you've spoken to from the AEW locker room where they're just happy to have a check. Mm-hmm. Because you're coming from the indies where money, you don't know where money was going to come from.
Yeah, so the consistency of your livelihood, you sacrificing one thing for the other. And,
you know what?
And it's a catch-22.
I'm going to say this, and after that, I had to see it from like everyday life. This is why wrestling and life always entail. My brother brought up something, happy to get a check. You don't know if Kenny, the EVP's been on some like, I don't have to sleep in my car no more. You understand? I don't have to go all these crazy miles and coach because I could go first class right now. I don't have to wrestle 7 days a week because I have the money. So they see it as, I'm happy that the company is afloat. WWE is on some, yo, I came from all of this is my dream, blah, 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 blah. They can get the best of the best of the best of the best. It's like my brother said, the NFL. Meaning that you could be hot in your hometown, Mr. New York. You go to the NBA is, bro, I've been All-America. You just Mr. New York.
And low key, that's the whole premise of All American.
That's how I feel about. Yes, I feel like how that everybody is just the fact that, hey man, we made it to the McDonald's game. Nah, bro, get to college, go to the Big Four, get championships.
But it's an interesting conversation. I don't think she's leaving, to be honest.
I don't think so. I actually think that is happening because I just don't. What else is there? If they haven't, so they apparently the match against her and Chris Statlander is actually on Rampage this Friday, which has already been taped. So it's already, the results is already out. I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all.
Right.
But
nigga, she won. Chris Statlander.
Correct.
Yeah, we all knew that.
But in that, I didn't realize it until I had rewatched the video package of her coming back, and she kissed the TBS belt, and I said, "Oh shit, that bitch kissed the belt goodbye." So for me, I'm like, she definitely got one. She may have like a foot and like a heel out. I don't know if that last toe's gonna be out, but I don't see the WWE thing happening. I
because she doesn't want to. I've been told
she said
by
that
numerous people, like, yo, she doesn't like that schedule.
Yeah, no, she said that.
She wants to use it as a platform. She wants to use it, but the thing about it, I'm telling you, that WWE schedule is crazy. It is no joke.
Yeah. Speaking about jokes, I had sent y'all the video. There's a video of Will Ospreay, and he got a tattoo of the attendance for Wimbledon at the 81,000 number. So apparently in order to get through the stadium, you got to go through a turnstile. So the turnstile number, which is the actual amount of people that actually entered the stadium, was like almost 10,000 less. So this nigga tatted a number on him that actually is not all the way true. And it's his first tattoo. But in the video, he talks about like how his mom gave him hell about getting a tattoo from Jump. Like he was over beside himself. But I was just like, did he really just get that shit tatted on him? Like,
but all right. Let's talk about the number.
But I bring that up full circle to talk about, which granted, listen, however you get your final number, who am I to judge? If I done bought a ticket, I wanted anytime WWE Mania and they go like 78,000, I'm like, low, I'm one of the 78,000 niggas in this bitch. Who cares?
No matter.
But for me, it was just the whole narrative of like, this is the largest. This is that.
Listen.
And it's not,
wait.
Yo, and it's not to shit on. Listen, you selling 81,000.
Nigga, they did not sell 81,000. They did not. No, we're not doing this. So first things first.
I'm just saying.
I'm almost 100% sure he gave away tickets.
Oh well.
Let's keep it a buck. He gave away tickets, or he sold tickets at a discount price. Because he said 81,000 that paid. I don't believe that shit. We not doing this. That's number one. Number two, my nigga, if it's 81,000, it's 81,000 people that were in the building, you got it.
Right.
You broke the record.
Right. Like,
I ain't mad at you.
When they said that, I was just like, listen, it's not even the same building, but whatever. It's true. Cool. Do you?
No,
that is great. That was great for the wrestling community. It was great for the ecosystem of wrestling. No one's gonna deny that.
But we not doing this where, like, yo, y'all got your number, and you know what, Will, keep the tat. It was 81,000. That's the record. Y'all got it. Yes, y'all got it.
I just, you know, for me, it was just like everybody always, once again, you got to keep the same energy.
Don't throw stones in the glass house.
Don't do it. Because it's because the receipts, nobody was thinking about Wembley anymore. Everyone was like, yo, 81,000, y'all got it, cool, let's move on. Yeah. The fact that this came right back around with the receipt of 71,000 people that actually went through a turnstile into the building. I said, wait,
this is the part
what?
That I always say that you talk about WWE changing up history.
AEW can do it too. I am not mad at y'all for narrating your own history.
The narration is
because
for me.
when 10 years, 15, 20 years down the line, they're gonna make it seem like Cody was only at AEW for a little bit.
For 5%.
Yeah.
So I am okay because at the end of the day, this is your company. This is what you want to do. This is the marketing. This is marketing.
Yeah.
All companies do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just so funny that for me it was the tattoo. I was just like, nigga, of all things, like, I mean, you maybe, I don't know, but you know, listen, it's still a cute tattoo, Will, so it's all good.
Listen, it is what it is. Like, yo,
I'm trying to think what else is going on.
Women lie, men lie, numbers don't.
Numbers don't, and it's okay. Keep that number.
Say it with your chest.
Keep that number. Don't say nothing about it. It is what it is.
It was the wraparound for me.
I sometimes feel bad for them because
niggas is always gonna test them.
People gonna try to find holes.
Oh yeah, everywhere. But in all honesty, it's on both sides. It's always gonna listen. There is a crusade against WWE where niggas will go deep down to find the holes in that shit, and it's the same with AEW. But neither side, there's no purpose to neither because they're gonna still do what they do, and WWE is still gonna do what they do. But when we talk about tickets. You sent us something the other day. If you guys haven't been watching AEW's Grand Slam, the third Grand Slam will be coming to New York next week. These niggas have had stadium shows for the past month. It is crazy. So apparently, what was the? Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up.
It's like 3 for 1 or 2 for 1.
So apparently, AEW's there's a deal where you can get 2 for 1 tickets for Wednesday's night show because once again it'll be Wednesday Night Dynamite, and we'll go through actually the card because it actually is a really good card. Definitely pay-per-view worthy. Definitely did not know Cesaro and Eddie Kingston's now title for title. Mm-hmm. So that actually changes everything.
It's buy one, get one discount being offered with a promo code for AEW at Arthur Ashe Stadium next week.
Right. So, but then the ticket, how many holds? How many? It was
so far as of the time that I sent it, they sold about a little over 6,000. Mm-hmm. But last year they did about 13,000.
Right. So a little less than half.
I say it this way. The reason why that to me is not really a big deal is because it's on free TV. You understand?
Talk about that.
It's on free TV. Certain things it gotta look good for the audience. So if you want to give away tickets, it's not a big deal.
For me is and I said it to you guys in pre-production on the text message line, but for me it was all of the focus was on the UK show. And a lot of balls were dropped for anything else that came after that, like Chicago. I mean, outside of the Punk shit, because listen. I know y'all keep wanting to talk about Phillip Brooks, but Phillip is going to be Phillip, and that's going to be that. So if anybody was surprised, it's y'all, because it wasn't us. So how do you
feel about, the other con basically be on some, yeah, he's cool?
I mean, that's probably how he feel.
Well, the thing is,
it's certain people that probably do fuck with Phil.
But the thing about it, why would you want to bring him back?
Listen. In
the wrestling world,
a good pop for a payday is listen.
Good pop, it's good for it's good pop.
Because I'm not gonna hold you. If I heard cult of personality at Survivor Series, I wouldn't know what the fuck. I'd be like, all right, wrestling is. I need to put myself in a timeout because wrestling has gone too far.
But
so it's like, but
I think with us, we have different perspective because we see it as
it's business for me.
Yeah, because it's just okay. The business side, cool, but Punk, you're a weirdo. At any moment, you're gonna snap.
Yeah,
and
because
you don't think. And now this is not a wrestling company no more. This is a sports entertainment company. Meaning that, over that Warner Brothers, yo, I know this person. Yo, is he good for this? Bro, honestly, this dude is a weirdo, blah, 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 blah. You don't know. That's why I tell people, yo, you're not dealing with a wrestling no more. You're dealing with entertainment.
But in all honesty, I don't think Nick Khan saying what he said was an issue or problematic. Just because, like, what would he have gained had he, said all fuck Phil and all this?
Nothing.
Like right. So like, if you're just gonna be neutral and keep it just copacetic, then just keep it copacetic.
But I
mean, I don't know.
Wrestling is too intimate. Wrestling, you have to legit work with somebody. Like, you don't like somebody at your job, you can kind of move or walk away from them.
Absolutely. I do it every day. You
can talk to them here and there, but you don't got to talk to them really. Wrestling, you got to talk. If you're having a match, if you're in a program with somebody,
you got to talk.
You have to talk to the person.
And like, you got to sell.
And then y'all in a locker room together, y'all got to change it. Y'all got to change right next to each other. It's way too intimate, and personality's not meshing the right way. I don't want this guy here.
And you got to sell, because even if like, I ain't gonna sell for him, you make the match look bad.
Yo, MDB 99.
89, 99. Oh, 89. Shout out to him from Chi-Town himself.
Listen. Fuck CM Punk. We love you though. But fuck CM Punk.
Oh man, when we come to Chicago in November, you gotta pull up.
Listen, all I'm saying is with the whole CM Punk thing, from my point of view, is, yo, he's not good for the locker room. He rubbed people the wrong way. And it's not no isolated event. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, it's just one situation, that's it. You've been beefing with niggas since you was on TNA.
No, nigga was beefing with Shakara.
Yeah, I was about to say, nigga been beefing with ROH. Yeah, I was about to be like, that nigga, yeah, I was about to say that.
Ever since all these years, everybody have something bad to say. Towards your end of your tender at WWE, you isolate yourself. People say, yo, this man was weird, son. Like, only people that he was chilling with was Kofi. Like, really?
I mean, Kofi's a cool ass nigga.
But my thing is this way. Yo, not everybody, and like, you came back to WWE just to chill. Mind you, other people that came back to chill backstage, Alicia Fox, all these other people could chill backstage. But you, CM Punk, Ricky Starks, don't even get a check from there, could chill backstage, but you can't, but you can't, CM Punk? That means something. It's you, Punk. Everybody defend him. You have to understand, the Elite started with him, da-da-da. Yo, take some blame, Punk.
The Elite did start with him.
But you don't have to finish it.
It's everybody's to blame.
But
listen, everybody got to take accountability. My only thing, and we'll move on. My whole thing, Tony, the fact that the whole Tony Khan felt fearful of his life is what got me. I said, listen, I don't even. This nigga's always showing you that he got up calmly after eating fucking pickles next to you.
It wasn't pickles.
Or whatever the fuck it was. Whatever the fuck he ate, he was calmly next to you, still cussing at niggas. But got up and then gone and was out kicking ass 2.5 seconds later. With you in the room next door. So
someone said,
I don't know why you thought
CM Punk wasn't successful. There would have been an AEW. You forgot the Young Bucks was hot? You got this other wrestlers that's hot? Like, stop.
Wait, if CM Punk wasn't successful, then they wouldn't have been in AEW. No, I don't think that.
Yeah. You know how many other wrestling companies came before AEW that wasn't successful? Like, this forever wrestling
and in all honesty, WWE, when the beginning of their Fox deal, they were actually trying to get CM Punk to get re-signed, and WWE said no. So
exactly.
So it wasn't a matter of, I think AEW would have been a thing with him. It was already a thing before him.
And people kind of gave up hope he ever come back to wrestling. Like, all right, cool.
You attacked Dylan's son, guys. He attacked Dylan's son, and now Dylan's son is suspended until who knows when.
So let me ask guys a question.
It's hilarious.
Why do everybody has an issue with the bloodline being long?
Because we've been in a wrestling era where everything, the turnover happens all the time, and it happens fast. So you'll get a story going, and then literally the next pay-per-view, you have the match, and then it's done. The turnover rate, I think, in storytelling for a long time in WWE was a very short and fast turnover rate. Where now we're in one storyline that has multiple layers and it's something totally different, totally new. No, not saying that the premise is different, no, but that how it's being presented is in a different way. Then people don't have that like that same high that you get when you have a feud and you're hot and it's red hot and then it's over. So for me, I think just wrestling fans aren't used to a long story being told over a period of years.
But my thing is this way, right? The same wrestling fans who complain about the bloodline being long are Marvel fans. Y'all been watching Marvel movies for 15 years. Y'all saw Iron Man 1 to Endgame's Part 2. That's 15 long years. Mind you, they saw different movies, all of that. Some people literally went back and watched it within a week before seeing Endgame Part 1 and 2. My thing is this way. Everything that the bloodline that you hate, these are stuff that you've been complaining about. Hey, cool. Example, right? Oh, they don't make no new stars. Yeah, 3 new stars.
Yo, on 2 different brands.
Two different brands.
They fucking pulled the wool, because that was something I didn't even see coming, was the fact they would have put him on Raw.
Right.
By himself. And then Adam Pearce turned up and said there will be somebody from Raw going to SmackDown.
Boom.
So it was like, oh, shit. Like,
boom.
But I think because everyone thinks the Bloodline storyline has to involve Roman, and it doesn't. And this period, this chapter that they're in, doesn't even need Roman to be around.
Let me finish, Victor. 100%. I call this part of the bloodline, yo, we're doing side quests. Meaning that if you guys watch John Wizzy and Anime, they did not fight Cell forever. Sometimes they took a break and had other little adventures. My thing is this way. Yo, 3 different stars, right? Boom. You rejuvenate so much people's careers. Sami Zayn, right? Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, and after that, you make people hot, such as Logan Paul. Many different people. Edge, this man on top, Roman, put on bangers after bangers after bangers, breaking records, right? Boom. You talk about storylines being too short. This storyline is very long. You talk about, storylines is too stale. This don't have many different plots and twists, because people forget War Games coming up.
Well, they're not doing War Games. Survivor Series this year is not War Games.
Okay, Survivor Series coming up. I'm sorry. Survivor Series coming up. Who knows? It's going to be a traditional 5-on-5.
I actually hope.
Nia Jax could join the fold. It could be the Bloodline versus Judgment Day.
I actually really hope they do traditional, because it gives the opportunity to still have Jimmy and Jay on each side.
Right, cool. Traditional, whatever. A storyline that builds up long term. My thing is this way. I don't understand the complaint, because y'all have pages for everything else. Y'all watch Game of Thrones for all these years to see that shitty ending.
I've never even watched
You feel me?
No, but I think what the biggest thing is that
let me hear the
they don't know how to deal with people that are not Roman. That's what it comes down to. Then also, there's still a little bit I don't like Roman Reigns in the mix. So that's why a lot of people, you have that 25% of just like, yo, I don't like this storyline because they don't really like Roman Reigns. Then they don't really fuck with it.
Because why let DX rock in the 90s?
I mean, I don't really fuck with Roman, and I'm invested.
You're right.
But the thing, no, DX was so many reiterations and stop and pause.
But let me finish. You're right, but that's still a long storyline. Meaning that the original DX was with the 3. Then after Shawn Michaels left, and after he brought in the New Age Outlaws and stuff like that, they beefed. One went to the ministry, one tried to figure out his way. They came back together to make the corporate, the big Triple H, whatever, Hunter Hearst, whatever regime that they had throughout the whole Attitude Era. That was long. Stopped. Paused. Came back years later. They tried to reform it. They had something based on that.
But the thing about it, I gotta push back on that. It wasn't. It's not the same thing, because there was stops and pauses, breakups and mix-ups. At the end of the day, this might be one of the longest storylines in WWE history.
Yeah.
Because it's been a constant continuation.
That's what you mean.
So it's not the same thing. And that's why people aren't used to this in general.
And that's what I said.
Because what you just said was, you mentioned DX. They broke up multiple times. They had reiterations. They changed up stuff. But also, DX was just a group. It wasn't even really a storyline.
Yeah, because in all honesty, Judgment Day gives me DX vibes.
Yeah, because
NWO is long. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's NWO-ish, where there's a storyline within the group, and it's like what we're watching right now is we're watching like a reality show on the Judgment Day. And what the problem not the Judgment Day, I mean the Bloodline. We're watching a reality show on the Bloodline, and we're seeing how every different character is dealing with it. Like literally, SmackDown should be called Bloodline. Because we're seeing what the characters of the Bloodline
it
are
starts
dealing.
and ends with Jimmy now.
Yeah. So that's what we're seeing, and it's just you have Jay, you have Jim, you have all this stuff, and I think they purposely pulled out Roman to make sure that Jimmy and Jay can hold it down on their own.
And have their own time and have their own spotlight. And that I can respect.
I forgot
Yo, what did you pop for earlier? I meant to ask you that if that was wrestling related or you were just reading a text message. Like,
no, so the PWI came out.
Oh, okay.
So the top 10, I went into, we ended up being in the conversation. Then shout out to Jay Quest. So the top 10 for PWI is as follows. Number 10, Cody Rhodes, WWE.
Yeah.
Number 9, Josh Alexander, Impact.
Yeah.
Number 8, Orange Cassidy, AEW.
Okay.
Number 7, Okada. I can't pronounce his first name.
Okada.
New Japan. Number 6, MJF, AEW. Number 5, Viking Kingo, AAA.
Oh, the son of the Viking King.
Yeah. Gunther, number 4,
Ooh,
WWE.
okay.
And number 3, 2, and 1, Kiki has said this, has mentioned this about this. They said this on Table for 3. They said they were going to take over modern day wrestling, and they have.
Oh, so 3
number
is Mox,
3 is Moxley. Number 2 is Roman. Number 1 is Seth.
That makes sense.
That always interchanged for the past couple of years.
Yeah, but it's the
but it's never been the 3 of them and that 3 top spot.
But it just says
in that consecutive.
It's always 10 years.
Well, no,
I mean,
like
my bad. Sorry. It would have been top 10.
Like you're right. Like they'll be in the top 10, so or top 15 if somebody if Mox might have went under 10 or whatever for whatever year. But this is the first time that every member of the Shield is in the top
honestly,
3 of the PWI.
Like, how do you may feel about the list is whack?
Ooh, MJF
whatever,
over Okada though.
But like the list may be whack, whatever. But you can have argument of them 3 being number 1. Moxley, being the workhorse and stuff like that. Roman with the hot storyline. Seth, Spike.
Cody at 10. Who's at 11?
The rest of it didn't come out yet.
Damn.
Spike.
I didn't know who's at 11.
And I feel like kind of Seth belongs at number 1 because
Seth, yeah.
Literally
had the company on his back.
Right. No.
His broken back.
Even though that, no, not even that is, the Bloodline was the hottest storyline. Seth still got hot in spite of the Bloodline, or basically like taking over WWE.
But he actually was involved in that Rumble when they had fought.
Right. He's still putting that work in. And the world title, nobody's saying that that's a secondary title. Everybody's...
Well, Seth, I've said Seth is the best one out the Shield.
Yeah. Like overall, wrestling,
Seth is the
promo,
best one. Is the
gear,
best one out the year.
Everything overall, Seth was always the better.
He put over a bunch of people. Omos had his best match of his career
and
with
on
Seth
a live
Rollins.
pay-per-view
With Seth Rollins.
in Puerto Rico. Okay.
Whoever just said that, we just talked about the PWI top 10. So everybody who was listening
thank you.
on and off the live, who do you think doesn't belong in the top 10? And who do you think should be in the top 10?
Interesting.
Someone said, how is Mox in the top 3? All the news is bleed.
But that's all. At least he does.
Yes.
He's consistent.
Yes.
So for
you know what I mean? Like you gotta think about it.
But you have to understand when you look at the criteria for the PWI, the dude hits every criteria.
Yes.
He's been champion multiple times over this year.
The number of matches
he's won.
I think they do
high
look at
profile
that.
matches.
Ospreay should be in the top 10. Ospreay should be in the top 10.
But see, once again, the criteria, like, I don't know if Will, like, in terms of
I'm pulling Okada out.
Well,
I'm pulling Okada out. That is a great point. Why is not Ospreay on this top 10?
Yes. Yeah.
But is he? That's what I'm saying. Who's 11 to 15?
But how many matches that Ospreay did he meet all the criteria for his matches?
Yes, he did.
What about
Ospreay been wrestling all year? Ospreay, actually, you know what? Cody should be 11. Ospreay should be 10.
Someone said Ospreay over Orange Cassidy.
No.
Like in terms of consistency and in terms of
Orange Cassidy died multiple times this year.
Like Orange, even the promo on Dynamite, I popped.
Okada. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the list is pretty good.
There's a lot. You know what's crazy? I think this year's the top 10 has a lot more WWE guys. I felt like last year they had a lot more. I felt like the New Japan and the AAA guys. I don't feel like they had as many WWE guys on there. Because WWE was 10? WWE was 1, 2, 4, and 10 at minimum. Gunther at 4 is amazing. Yeah. That is the right place for him.
So last year was... This is 2023.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Last year it was Roman, number 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Number 2, Okada.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa.
Number 4, Adam Page.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Number 6, Cody Rhodes.
But that was AEW.
Number 7, Bryan Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Number
AEW.
8, Viking King.
See, yeah.
Number
AAA.
9, Big E.
Mm-hmm.
And number 10, Jonathan Gresham.
But see that. So that I feel like a lot more WWE guys got on this year, on the top 10. Jonathan Gresham last year was 10. Wow.
Matt Cardona was top 15.
He had to be. To be honest, I'm sorry. I'm surprised he wasn't 11.
I want to see what any wrestler's gonna be on this list.
Wow. Okay, so
Sir Wilkins.
Yo, if you made it, bro, I would pop.
Simon Miller might be on this year.
If I were to be on that list, bro,
he gotta wrestle.
Y'all think
every
niggas gonna
week.
hate me now?
They can hate me now, but I won't stop.
This is the top 10 at the 500 list.
Huh?
This is the top 10 list.
It's top
I
500.
think is it 500?
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? Once the list comes out officially, like everyone, or at least the top 50, next week we'll touch on that a little bit more. I do want to go back to, all right, so we can talk about this week in wrestling.
Raw.
The Smack Dizzle. We had watched SmackDown
Faction
too.
City.
Well, that was Street Profits and Bobby popped out. I said, woo!
Faction City.
I like that for them.
And another credit to the Bloodline. Y'all may shit on it because of the Bloodline, they see the money of having factions on WWE.
Mm-hmm. Or groups, yeah.
Thank you.
But that's honestly, that was the foundation of Attitude Era. If you really look back, every storyline that made sense, that intertwined, even going to Kai and Tai and Val Venus, them niggas was a group. So groups definitely, I think, help push forward storylines and things like that. I'm trying to think what else happened. Was that AJ and Jimmy? Mm-hmm. The main event. That was the first time I watched Collision.
Me too.
Very, very different feel from Dynamite.
Someone said, why is there no female in the top 10?
Well, because I think they have a separate list for the women. They do a separate list. I think they do a separate list for the women, I believe.
Yes. The guy said it. Remember, he told us that. Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else happened on some. No, Collision was dope. I do like the Ricky Starks Daniel Bryan thing going on. I'm trying to think what else happened on that show that we watched. You know what? Shout outs to Big Bill though. Big Cass. This nigga, no matter, he is a utility player. No matter where they put that nigga with, even if it's odd or not, like he gonna play the part. So like the promo that he had when him and Ricky came out and they spoke, I felt that. So I did appreciate that. And then that led up to it led up to you wanting to watch Dynamite because that's when he said he was challenging Mox for the title and they opened up on Dynamite. So see, once again, boom, makes sense.
Yo, you know one person I feel like he got better entertainment wise and people don't give him credit for it? Roger Strong.
Yo, Michael loves the gimmick.
Yo, he is
the fucking neck thing. He fucking loves it.
Niggas be shitting on him. Oh, Roger Strong, he's boring. But I'm looking like, yo, he's been entertaining since NXT, and I feel like, yo, People make shit on WWE. Oh, it's too entertainment, blah, 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 blah. But a lot of you guys who came from WWE system always excel when they leave. Always.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they got the tools for success. Shout out to Remy in the building. But Michael likes that gimmick. I'll just be like, it's so silly, but it's cool.
43, yup.
See, yeah, he said, when the neck bracelet, he pops and they take the neck bracelet off. Because I was like, that's so stupid. But then that it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Listen, I'm loving what Roderick is doing.
Entertaining.
But my girl Nia Jax is back.
Monday Night Raw.
Nia Jax.
This was, I believe, the last Monday Night Raw under the McMahon full control era. And it kicked off. I love the whole the Gunther segment with him and Chad Gable being like, yo,
talk about how you're not good.
You're not gonna fuck. Yeah, when he said that, I said, oh, you went low. But once again, it pushes the storyline with them. Yeah,
I have an idea I want to do.
And it was crazy. It's crazy because we were flicking back and forth from Monday Night Football.
Nia Jax gained all that weight that she gained back.
No, she didn't.
No, she did
she
not.
looks totally different.
Yeah,
she looks
and
totally
TV adds 10
different.
pounds to you. Stop it, fam.
She looks totally different. But we get to
look good.
the main event.
Oh shit, she might be at Survivor Series. Oh shit,
I'm not gonna.
This nigga said,
don't let me get an interview with her, boy. Yo. Yo.
First of all, what are you even gonna ask her?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Because
even like Nia Jax could be there. 1, 2, 3 frequency. Say,
yeah, I'm dead. No, because when we met Nia, this nigga was stuck on like he didn't know what the fuck to say. So it was like, what the fuck wrong with you?
And she smelled good.
So the main event this past Monday night was Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez.
MDB, not MDB. What is it? MDB?
And no, it's MD 89.99.
MD.
He said that she don't like white guys.
It's the truth though.
But she dated Byron.
No, she wasn't. She was just friends.
So he was simping for her?
Nigga, I thought you said something else. And I was gonna be like, cut your mic off right now. So yes, the main event, the women main eventing Raw. So towards the end of the match, shout outs once again, the cameraman, the production level, because no one, and shout out to the crowd, because the crowd didn't even react. You know, like how someone comes through the crowd and you start seeing people stand up and react. No one on TV side fucking reacted. So it played into it perfectly. And then lo and behold, Nia Jax returns to Monday Night Raw. It was the most genius. Listen.
Fire.
Nia, make sure you get a thank you from Becky Lynch, okay? Because Becky wouldn't have been able to go on Tuesday night and did what she did had you not come back, which is what makes sense why she's going to be on NXT for a little bit so that you can be in that mix and everything got to be.
No, it's because
it's a good balance.
It's because that division is weak.
It's a good balance.
Outside of Becky, that Raw women's division is weak.
Nia is the most credible opponent to Rhea Ripley that they've had.
And besides, honestly, all right. The one thing I didn't like is as soon as she came back, niggas was shitting on her. Oh, she hurt people, blah, 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 this, that, or third. I looked at this, was just like, where was this energy for CM Punk, who's actually a cancer to the locker room? Not one person said that Nia Jax is the bad person. Everybody always have high praise for her. That's one. It's wrestling ability. You could always get better. Who knows that she was in the lab cooking up,
She
and getting
lost
better.
a good 50 pounds.
And to her detriment, I kept on saying this. They called up too fast out of NXT.
They call a lot of people up too fast, and shit happens. But my thing, and this is not me being biased. They need a heel.
They need a credible threat.
They need a credible threat. Raquel wasn't it.
She's too. They haven't. She's of course the baby face, but they haven't.
She's
really
boring. She's boring. Raquel is boring.
So you know how I knew this shit was gonna be a fucked up ending was because she came out or like her gear wasn't even like popping. Like I was just like, girl, this is your title match. You made event and you.
Yo, JJ Hamilton. No one reacted because no one except y'all three. All right, JJ, shut up. First of all, number two, no, hold up. Number two, people did react. Obviously, you see the comments. People are reacting right now.
Hard.
So
lusting
relax.
after her.
Relax.
But I'm gonna say this.
I like it.
And reason why that I feel like Nia Jax is not a bad hire. Just to round what I'm about to say is, you can always get better in the ring.
But you need bruisers.
Oh wait, hold on. Yeah. Okay.
You need someone that's gonna make it look real.
100%. But there's been a difference when she was there when Vince was in charge and Triple H. I'm gonna explain to you. When she was at the best at her wrestling ability for me is when she was where? NXT. Who was running it? Triple H. Okay. Now, my brother said this. You need more bruisers. Because everybody who was like everybody that Nia Jax, Ronda Rousey had a best match with who? Nia Jax. It was ashy hitting. You see her versus Charlotte, fire matches. Her versus all the big four. I mean, the four horsewomen put on fire matches each and every one of them. Cool. Now you look like, why would they hire her back? Blah, 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 because she's not bad in the locker room. She is a great locker room person. That's 2. And 3, Nia Jax is entertaining more than half of the women's roster in there. Hell entertaining. She's funny. She know how to be a heel. She know how to be in between. And she brings eyes. Because every time she's on screen, everybody always have a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent.
But people are mentioning like her injuring people, but it's like, listen, you got to keep that same energy. You got to keep the same energy to Sasha Banks. You got to keep the same energy to the nigga that took out Big E. Like and it's unfortunate. Accidents happen. It's wrestling. Things happen, and sometimes you don't have control over things. And it's true.
Yo, not to shit on my nigga D'Lo Brown. D'Lo Brown ended someone's career, but AJ Styles ended someone's career.
But listen, for the people in the comments. Shit happens in wrestling.
Thank you.
It happens in wrestling. It happens in wrestling. And you think that doesn't affect her mentally when something happens like that? And the thing is, this isn't ballet.
Thank you.
Y'all really think people from a simple bump that nothing happens?
Yo.
You can, hold on, wait. You can take a simple bump and destroy your career and nobody touched you. Y'all really act like nothing, like it takes so much to get injured. The problem is it's wrestling and things happen.
Thank you.
Now, she does have that stigma. Is she perfect in the ring? I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, she is. No, she's not. Is she that top tier wrestler? No. But what they need in that division, because Rhea Ripley has ran through that division because she's bigger than 90% of the women in that division.
Correct.
Raquel wasn't the one. So having Nia back, and if she's been training and move her in a different type of way, you get a legit
Thank you.
The offensive juggernaut that's a bruiser.
The fact
the chick does not have to do fucking flips. All she got to do is punch bitches in the mouth and go the fuck home.
And I love the fact she did the bonsai drop.
Thank you.
I love that.
Thank you.
That was such a heelish thing, because when Yoko did that shit, you knew what type of time it was. So the fact that she did that and that's how they ended Raw, I was just like, this happened and this was perfect timing. Once again, and it was one of those things where it wasn't rumored. No, it was so well kept.
Thank you.
These are the moments in wrestling that I cherish, because it's the ones that you really like. Me and Michael we at home. We finished watching the fucking we were watching the Jets game and we went back to finish up Raw, and literally we started screaming seeing Nia just pop up out of nowhere, because it was like so unexpected. And that's the beauty in wrestling, where things can be unexpected, and now you can really let a storyline blossom and let things grow and things like that. But Nia's the only
1-2-3 freak.
I forgot why he answered that one time. 123_freak. Can you let us know why? Oh, I remember. 1-2-3 count, like 1-2-3, and then the second part is because that's how he is. He explained it. I remember asking, because I was like, yo, what the fuck? Why is that your name? And then he said that. He was like 1-2-3 count. And I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like you guys saying, none of this is ballet. Things happen in the ring, and at the end, Nia Jax is great for wrestling. That's it.
It's good. It's good.
Great. I think it's amazing.
Now Now you have that bruiser. Now you're going to see a lot of hard-hitting matches. I want to see Piper Niven versus Nia Jax. I want to see Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax. I want to see Natalya.
Have they wrestled already?
No, I don't
Nia
think
versus
so.
Bianca?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Actually.
Now, I want to see Asuka versus Nia Jax.
Again.
You understand? I want to see Nikita Lyons versus Nia Jax. Yo, Zoe Starks versus Nia Jax.
Yo, so here's the funny part, and this is how I know, like, it's wrestling.
So you
wrestling
see how I put
weird.
niggas on Zoe Starks?
Yo, is that why you talked about Mexicans the other day?
What?
When we was recording, you was talking about how
How did you connect Zoe Starks to
because
Mexican?
she is Mexican descent. So I thought, I said,
No.
is that why Wilkins went so hard that day? I said, because of Zoe?
I am a professional.
Whatever.
I am a professional. I interviewed Zoe Starks.
Anyway.
I just put the Jobbertears world on Zoe Starks.
And anyway.
Because she's amazing. Where did you get the fact that I was talking about Mexican
because you
pussy
was
being
talking.
fire with
That's
Zoe
what you was
Starks?
talking about.
That has nothing to do with anything.
And the other yesterday, I said, yo, I wonder what Zoe Stark's background, because she doesn't look fully white. So I was like, yo, what is she?
Yo, yeah,
and then I
everybody
Googled
going
it,
crazy.
and then I
Zoe
was
Stark's
like,
Mexican.
yo, her dad is of Mexican descent. And I said, yo, is that why Wilkins was talking about Mexican pussy? Because that's wild. If that was the case.
Where did your mind go with this?
That's what I'm just saying. Nigga said, trans white woman.
Where did your mind? I am a professional.
Whatever. But it was wild because when the Chelsea Green thing happened and Shayna Baszler had came out, I thought Nia was gonna come out in that moment. And when Zoe did, I said, oh, you know what? I could do it. I could do this too. Two bad bitches being a tag team. I could do that too.
Come on, B.
But I was like, so then when Nia came at the end of the night, I said, whoa.
Nia Jax
I
changed
felt
the game
that.
right now, B.
I do not need that rumor going around
Nigga
about me
said
smashing Zoe. That is, first of all,
that is
no.
wild.
Zoe is
Whoever
married
said that is, she's married
to a big white dude
white man
with a lot of muscles.
Yo, so that was the rabbit hole I went down, because I was like, I wonder if she's married. And then when I found out she was married, I said, oh, okay, cool.
Wow.
So she like niggas, bet. Then I found out the Mexican descent thing, and I said, bro, did he just do that? Like on live, and caught me off guard.
No, Ralph, don't say that. Because I'm trying to get back and interview her again. I need my third interview.
So Nia Jax is back on Monday Night Raw. We fast forward Tuesday night NXT. I know most people don't, but I highly always recommend it because it's a really great show. The highest rating that NXT has had in almost 3 years happened this past Tuesday night, as Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton was the main event.
Like the spicy white
and
woman.
fucking Tiffany Stratton, even in losing, put on a stellar match. She is baby Charlotte. I promise you that elevation that she's gonna take on is gonna be that same trajectory without the last name. I promise, and does a moonsault way better than her. She has the best moonsault in the business. I don't care what anybody says. But it was really dope. I don't know. I was 50-50 on Becky winning. So Becky winning now makes her Grand Slam champion. So shout outs to her, which is why you need to thank Nia Jax low key, but keep it here, keep it pushing. What else happened on? Oh, Wes Lee packed up his locker. Listen, if this is the way to call this man up, that was the dopest call up thing I think I've ever seen in a long time. So it was a segment where Trick Williams was in the locker room with Carmelo, and they were talking, chit chatting, still making sure that they still boys, behind, without them being together in the front. So as they're talking, like, imagine me and you having this conversation and your brother just behind us, incognito, but there, and packing up his shit and throwing shit in the garbage and cleaning out his locker. So because earlier in the night, it was him versus Ilya Dragunov for the #1 contendership against Carmelo Hayes at No Mercy. So he lost the match. So the segment with Trick and Mello, they talking, chit-chatting, and this nigga's clearing out his locker. So then the next segment, he is backstage. The backstage girl catches him and is like, hey, like, what's going on with you? He's just like, I clean out my locker and I'm going home. And his wife was standing at the door, gave him a big kiss, and they walked out the building. And then fucking Gigi and these bitches start fighting backstage. So the camera cut to them. But if that is the call up of call ups, I'm very like, okay. So that's West. But that's what I say. NXT is it's a different type of feel.
I'm gonna say
I
this.
like that.
I'm gonna say this once again. Y'all niggas shitting on NXT 2.0.
Shouldn't have.
Shitting on that shit.
Shit is hard.
Shitting on that. And now what happened? Creating stars. You know why NXT 2.0 is necessary? Because the streamline from the main roster was shitty. It was everything that Triple H liked and not Vince McMahon. It was not entertaining enough for Vince. So when people came up, people made a big deal, like, oh my gosh, all this history. Oh my gosh, Vince is fucking them up. No, I felt like Vince was telling them that y'all not entertaining enough. Y'all wrestling entertainment, but y'all not sports entertainment.
And sometimes sometimes the smaller stage may make you the bigger star.
Right. But now having because of NXT 2.0, it was on some like, yo, we was failing our students. Academically, this was a poor school. It did not reach state guidelines. Mm-hmm. Now NXT 2.0 say that we are reaching state guidelines and beyond. Because of that, they're getting scholarships, the NIT. So this is why I compare NXT to a school. And yo, I'm sorry. I saw this online. I was like, y'all niggas are bugging. Someone said this, right? The poll was, would you rather go to the Indies, right, and learn wrestling, or rather go to NXT? People say, I'd rather go to Indies. I want to learn all these different skills. I said, nigga, you like being poor? You like struggling, son? You don't like you're like how that, you like, my thing is this, yo, y'all don't understand how hard the Indies is. Y'all like not having health insurance sometimes. Y'all like have to call out of work, having different jobs that, work around your Indie schedule.
Them niggas is living it up in Orlando.
The thing is, it's because when people hear about NXT, they think because, I want,
look, okay.
This is for a lot of you independent wrestlers out there. Y'all motherfuckers do not need creative freedom. Y'all need to understand this. That's number one. Some of these wrestlers be like, I got this character, and this is my character. Shut up. You do not know what you're doing. You need guidance. And there's nothing wrong with going to a job. Because you know what? People in our generation and the generation under us are against jobs. They all want to be entrepreneurs. So they see the Indies.
Talk your shit, Sir Wilkes. Teach these devils.
They see Sir Wilkins. No, they see the Indies as, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm going to get to the highest level. I don't want to do that. I'm going to learn, which is fine. But why not go? You get the finest facilities. Mm-hmm. You get to work with Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm. Norman Smiley.
You get a check every week.
William Regal. You said what?
Health insurance. Boarding.
Let me tell you, they are living it up in Orlando. Let me give you that.
These niggas be acting like it's a bad thing to have a job.
Let me tell you, by being a ref, right? I'm not wrestling, stuff like that. This shit is hard. I gotta find transportation sometimes. Yeah. I gotta figure out this. It's
a different lifestyle for a referee.
Island. My pay rate was not even worth the transportation. Niggas don't understand the Indies is hard. Yes, I get to be in the locker room with many different people. Nigga,
I don't give a fuck about working in a locker room with some other indie nigga. I'm going to WWE with a job.
My thing is this way. Another thing's too. There may be a locker room that you may go to. Me being the only black person, they treat me like shit.
Oh, talk about it. Because these niggas in the Indies is what? Racist.
Oh, don't forget. Or let's say how there's a payday. I got to go to middle. I got to go up in the mountains with racist ass people. And if I don't count a certain...
And West Virginia.
I got to deal. What if I messed up count? Next thing you know, I'm running outside. Yaya said this.
Next to the cows. He wrestled.
Him and his boy, they got an envelope. They had to split $10.
Yes.
They had to split $10.
Yeah, I said that on the podcast.
$10. Hold up. I'll give you a different one. You have to chase after somebody for your money. You go to NXT. Hold on. You go to NXT and that shit hits your bank account every Friday.
You still running for your check.
I get my check.
Yo,
I hate. You know what?
These niggas want to be poor.
No, so I'm not gonna hold you. I actually, as someone that deals on that financial side of running a show, like I don't care if I don't have. The talent will always have first. Like the fact
you have a heart.
The fact that I know there are niggas out here that's still running after a check for a show that they did and they put their livelihood and they came in and they spent time and money here on themselves and they still haven't gotten paid for their services. Like shit like that is just like not even.
Hold on, I like
what
this guy said. Mr. 1211. Y'all got some great YouTube
names.
Folks don't like structure, which is why they don't want to go do NXT. I understand that. No, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Some people don't like structure, which is fine. But why not? If NXT said, "Hey Yardley," or "Hey whatever, come through real quick. We just like how you look. We just come through. I'm gonna get paid. I'm gonna have something. It may not be for me." And then I have a little bit of something that I learned, so I'm way ahead of everybody else.
Thank you.
When I go to the indies.
I'll give you an example. Dawkins.
Look at Matt Cardona.
Right. Dawkins. A lot of people don't know that unless you know this.
Oh, he was on NXT for quite some time.
Forever.
Yeah, he was
forever.
He was there before Montez got there.
Give and take. Let's say that he was NXT for let's say not to shit on him. Let's say for argument's sake, he was NXT for 6 years, right? 6 years, he got a consistent check. They paid him to work out. 6 years, he didn't have to chase nobody for their money. Or 6 years where his transportation got paid for. 6 years, hey, my gear ripped. I get somebody in the back to sew it for me. Within 6 years, he got many free DVDs, free shirts, all of that, tickets. He don't have to promote the show, none of that. 6 years, he got the proper training to allow him to be who he is. Now, let's compare it to an indie person.
Now he looking hot with a suit on.
6 years, I got to go to training. I got to pay for this. My gear ripped. Dang, I'm about to get this check. But what happened? God forbid, I get fired from my job. Now, I am poor. I am struggling. I got to move back home with my mother. Matter of fact, I won't even do that. I got to be I got to sex up these girls just to have a place.
I'm sorry.
You feel me?
No,
okay.
Wait. That is what wrestlers do.
Yeah, right.
They get into relationships for home.
Yes. Oh, on top of that, within the 6 years, I made in total, just by working the indies, in total, 6 years, compared to Dawkins. Hold on. 6 years.
Did that?
6 years, work on the indies. I made 30 grand. The nigga Dawkins made in 6 years, way over that. This nigga could afford a meal. Not from McDonald's, from a Don Perignon.
But hold on.
Chick-fil-A.
But hold on.
Like
in NXT, they feed you.
Yeah.
Catering.
Then you get delicious steaks, potatoes with mushrooms.
Oh, don't forget. I have allergies. I got you. This is your section.
Fucking weak.
And then look at this motherfucker Carmelo Hayes. Beautiful.
Sexy.
This nigga is jacked.
Sexy.
And delicious.
Because I saw an old school picture. Prime example, Carmelo Hayes in the Indies. He was excellent. His belly was thin. Now NXT,
that nigga chisel,
looking sexy.
Chisel.
This because you know what? I get to work out.
Yeah, like they got their own
Push us,
facility.
baby.
But the thing about I get to work out.
You gotta
hold on.
Or you take us a 15-minute drive.
Listen,
and you at the facility.
I spoke to Matt Cardona one time. The indie god. Because he said, I love the hustle.
He said,
I love the grind.
That's Mitch.
I said,
That's
okay.
Mitch.
But then I was like, yo, what happens when you gotta eat? He said, yeah, I gotta bring either freeze my food and maybe the hotel got a microwave. So I can eat healthy.
Maybe.
Then I gotta find a gym. Then I gotta do this and that. NXT is like college.
Oh, so you know what? Then that would make sense why Nick Aldis was asking for all them things.
What?
Like in his writer. That makes sense now.
Yes.
That is a different. That
you have to get taken care of.
Thank you.
Listen. At the end of the day, NXT, you can learn great things.
Come on.
Y'all niggas think y'all God.
Thank you, son.
Y'all not ill. Y'all not ill.
Yo, y'all like stuff. Yo, son, I'm going to say at the referee's point of view, son, I go to these Indies events, son. I got to go to Wawa's, 7-Eleven, stuff like that. Or I got to eat before I get there.
Yeah.
WWE, I get there early. NXT, I get there early enough. I could work out. And then work out, I get another meal, my nigga. And after that, all I do is complain about, yo, man, they don't got this. Now in the Indies, I got to worry about you not paying me. I got to hit you up almost every single day.
Hold on. Number one thing people don't talk about, gas money.
Yeah.
Come
on. Oh, your man's got a car, son? We got all... Like some Mexicans in the car like this, crumped it up like that.
Not Mexicans, like clowns in the car.
Like clowns. I'm sorry.
Because we love Mexicans.
I love them.
We know you do.
Y'all work through all of that. But y'all niggas like being poor. What? My thing is this. You spend all these in indies. There's a chance that nobody's going to call you up to WWE. Nobody. But in NXT, you get released, this is my charge.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that Stone Cold Steve Austin was eating potatoes?
Yeah.
Even potatoes.
So we're gonna move on.
Yeah. So you heard about the? I mean, we'll talk about AEW and then we're gonna preview Grand Slam real quick. But you heard about the
going crazy.
The prisoner that escaped in the Pennsylvania that they caught. They finally caught him. So if you didn't know, this guy escaped prison for like the past 2 weeks. He been all up and down Chester County in Pennsylvania, whatever. So this nigga goes. The news is saying like, yo, this nigga was living off of water and watermelon.
That's good. Yo, that's good.
That's the wildest thing. Like,
that's good. That's smart.
But all right, Dynamite this week opened up once again in Cincinnati, in the hometown of Jonathan Moxley, where he gave us a good old bloodbath in the midst of a 10 minutes of the beginning of the show.
They said it. They're trying to shoot a bail, like, cause I watched it online. It's like during like the commercial. It was like, yo, the thing about John Moxley is like any slight thing he could bleed. I was like, yo, Excalibur, do not shoot him in the bail, cause he said that the tendons are so soft. So any light hit, he could bleed. Yeah. I'm looking like.
Okay, sir.
It's straight. We will make sure we all fit in one car. Miguel said that. Thank you, Miguel, for
but yeah, so they
shout out to our Mexicans, because you know I love the Mexicans.
Because he sure do.
Love the Mexican women.
Sure do. The Mexican
No. Y'all never been in a car?
Yeah, you ever had Samoan woman?
No.
Only had black. Yeah.
I had Samoan and black ones.
Ooh, that's exotic.
Listen, this is the United Nations of bitches.
No. The only way how I go outside my race is like they mess with black. So like it gotta be black, white, black Spanish, black Samoan.
Oh, so you would fuck with a black white chick?
Cause she's black.
Okay.
Very
interesting. So I'm trying to think what else Dynamite. Oh, MJF's promo.
Phenomenal.
Fire.
Giving us a math lesson. Yo, I was in the kitchen and I just kept hearing numbers. And I was like, what the fuck what percentage is he talking about? Though. But no, it made sense. So that's why I was like, shout out to the New York education system. Because I was like, it's a lot of math that he was talking about.
Now all of us.
But what else happened on Dynamite? I feel like low-key, I turned it off after 9:30. So I don't know what else happened at the end of that. But
Roger Strong versus Samoa Joe.
Oh, I already knew Jew was winning. So.
Oh,
I was
Sammy Guevara and
the Sammy Jericho promo. I did watch that. That was pretty good. And it's true, he got to beat Jericho in order, I think, to really elevate and go past what he needs to.
If you to anybody who said that Jericho didn't elevate anybody, he elevated a lot of people. It's up to you to do the other half.
Right.
Dynamite, I didn't see all of it. Dynamite was solid from what I saw the first
proud
hour.
And powerful, spreading business out there.
Nigga, you know damn well they ain't proud and powerful no more.
Oh, no. They're Ortiz.
That is Mike Santana.
Yeah. Mike Santana and Ortiz. Yeah.
Listen.
I mean, they were having issues for a while.
Yeah.
And I like that it took reality and made it
correct, because the first thing I said to Wilkins was like, I don't know what's real and what's not anymore.
They're making money, so and that
goes invested.
Back. That goes back to many moves ago when I said this. They put aside the differences to make money.
Correct, and that's what real hustlers gonna do.
That goes back to what you're saying.
That's what real niggas
At the end of the day, we may have beef, but I still trust you with my life.
All right, real quick, Grand Slam, as I mentioned, will be here next Wednesday. Arthur Ashe here in Queens, New York. They have tons of tickets left, so if you do want to, I'm still like I'm 80-20 because this Cesaro Eddie Kingston shit really wants me. I really want to see that. But so we got John Moxley versus Rey Fenix. I don't know why, but for the AEW International Championship, we got title versus title once again. Claudio Castagnoli versus Eddie Kingston. For Claudio's ROH World Title and Eddie Kingston's New Japan. Yes, we did. My love, you can watch the replay. We found out after last night, Toni Storm winning another random ass fatal 4-way match. So now her and Paige will be fighting for the title. Okay.
I know Paige sucks.
Okay. We got Sammy Guevara versus Chris Jericho. Darby Allin and Sting versus Christian, Cage, and Luchasaurus.
Fire.
That writing was on that wall. They got MJF.
Luchasaurus.
MJF versus Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship.
Niggas mad late with this one.
So it's good on. As I said, it's great on paper.
No, there is a reason why Tony Khan gets Booker of the Year. He can put some matches together.
But my thing is this. Okay. My thing is this, right? They need to start recycling the women's division. Because, boy, I'm not using that excuse that other women don't push the demo, but if you don't push them properly. Because at the end of the day, if you don't showcase nobody, how can you really let them show what they got?
That nigga don't give a fuck about that division because you know why? Because the match was, about 7-8 minutes. Half of the match was commercial, was picture-in-picture.
You see, I didn't know that because
fuck is we doing?
Because I saw the other one, yeah.
No, yeah, so that's what I mean. Like at the end of the day, like what are you doing? But I'm trying to think what else is going on. So we got once again, if you're in the New York tri-state area, House of Glory this Friday. I'm trying to think when the next big pay-per-view. Oh, they officially announced that. I'm so upset that Dream match shit is in Seattle the same fucking night I'll be in LA, and I'm really upset about that.
Should
but
go up there.
I can't because we'll be at the Coldplay concert. I can't go. But
COVID concert?
Coldplay. But they have officially correct. So they officially announced that Zack Sabre Jr. versus
that's gonna be a match.
Daniel Bryanson. Listen, every technical wrestling fan's dream match within the last 10 years is happening. So this is amazing.
They had Gresham versus Bryan yet? No, right? Oh yeah, I don't think Gresham come back.
They are. I like the whole Hangman and Swerve thing.
No, it's good.
I do like that.
It's good, and I like
What I don't really care for once again is still the. It's weird this whole the mogul embassy thing. Like every time I feel like Brian Cage enters the picture, I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Like I get you're the muscle a little bit, but it's still like I don't know. It doesn't hit the same. Like, but I do like what they're building up to, and hopefully that probably will be on Collision.
I mean. It's wrestling.
Oh, so it's a pay-per-view in honor of I believe the I don't know if he was the creator, but of a legendary icon in the wrestling world.
It's throwback. It's very throwback.
That had just passed recently.
Yeah,
so it's going to be probably a mixture of like New Japan and AEW. It'll be like a remix of Forbidden Door. To say the least.
I like the name Wrestle Dream. It's old school. It reminds me
there you go. I was like, I can't remember the guy's name. But so we have that. We're on the road to Fastlane. We're on the road to No Mercy on the NXT side. So we'll definitely throw those predictions in within the next few weeks. But any last words before we wrap it up here? Yeah. No? Yes, baby?
Nope.
Thank you guys for joining us this early morning, Thursday morning, wherever you are. We appreciate you guys joining in, being active. That this is what this is all about. Just you guys making sure to join Mr. 1211. Why are you named Mr. 1211? Can we keep it a stack and realize AEW is just ROH? Yes, my love. Yeah, it is an elevated independent promotion. But everyone have a great week. Until next time, as always, I'm Janelle from HR here with Sir Wilkins and Mr. Black. #Black Excellence. #We.
So we got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes & Noble.